How'd you go with that greedy pig game, or skunk, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever you want to call it? Did you come up with a strategy that might work for you? Based on this data here, and again, the more data you find, it may be more useful. So in this case here, I rolled a 1 obviously 5 times. So what I would do in this particular case, I would use the number of rolls when it was rolled. So if this one here, I rolled it on the 9th attempt, 8th, 6th, 2nd and 2nd. So if I add up all these numbers, it should give me a total. 9 plus 8 is 17, plus 6 is 23, plus 2 is 25, plus another 2 is 27. With that data, I would do is 27, and if I divide that by 5, I know 5 can go into 27 5 times, and there'll be something left over. Okay, so what that really means, on average, and again, we're starting to talk the vocabulary of mean, median, and mode, and range, which is what we're going to touch on shortly as well. On average, about every 5th roll is where I would roll a 1. So if that's the case, it's just a little bit over 5. So definitely on the 6th throw, on average, or even on the 5th throw. So with that in mind, perhaps I need to sit down after 4 rolls. But let's have a look at if that would have actually made a difference. If I sat down on the 4th roll here, it didn't matter. Okay, I would be on 0. I'd be on 0, so not a difference. So on average, so we're looking at around here. So I'd get nothing there. Here, I would have gained for 17 points. Okay, so I would have gained 17 points in this one. That was mine. So 17 points on the 4th roll. This one, I would have been safe here, and I would have scored 3 plus 5 is 8 plus 2 is 10 plus 4, 14. This one here, if I sat down on the 4th roll, I would have ended up with 0. This one, if I sat down on the 4th roll, 6 plus 6 is 12, plus 2 is 14, plus 2 more is 16. If I add up these ones here, because I would have had 0 here, 0 here, that's based on if I sat down on the 4th roll. 14 plus 16 would give me 30. 30 plus 17 would give me 47. So in that case, that theory, 47 would have beaten my score of 39. 39. Okay, so in that case, I would have done better had I come up with that theory. But again, you don't know it until you actually put something into action and you try loud. Another one might be, you might have a certain idea of, well, on the dice, we have 6. Well, it's a bit hard to see that. We might use the chalk. On the dice, we have a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5 and a 6. If I add these all up, I could go 1 plus 2 plus 3. 6 plus 1 is 7. 5 plus 2 is 7. 4 plus 3, 7. Gives me a total of 21. Every time I roll the dice, I have 1 chance out of 6 of rolling any of these numbers. So maybe you set yourself, another person on this game might say, okay, I'm going to go for maybe 12 points or 20 points. Once I get 20 points, I'm going to bank that. I'm going to stop that. And that's how many points I'm going to get. So let's try that theory. I'll use, is this red one going to work? Yes. So let's try that one. If I did it down here, 20 points, I would have got 0. This one, so we're going to stop once I get 20 points. So 4, 8, 14, 14 plus 3 is 17, 17 plus 5 is 22. So I've hit my 20, so I'm going to stop, 22. This one, we're going to stop at 20 again. So I've got 3. 5 is 8, plus 2 is 10. 10 plus 4 is 14. 14 plus 3 is 17. 17 plus 5, 22. So again, now over here, I end up with 0, because I was greedy. This one, 6 plus 6 is 12. 12 plus 2 is 14. Plus another 2, 16. Plus 3, 19. As long as I don't roll a 1, I'm going to get lots of points. Oh, so close. So, using that theory, if I add up the red ones, 0, 22, 22, 0, 0, I'd end up with 44. So, as you can see, there's different ways to try and figure out when is a good time to stop and be safe. So these numbers are very close. 39 was what I received. 44, if I had set a target of 20, maybe I got greedy, I don't know. 47 was after I'd done the activity, I worked out the average. Okay, I want to sit down before that roll. On average, it's going to turn up a 1. Different theories. Try the game a few times using different methods and see which one works best for you. Let us know how you go.